This is a Fox 17 Weather Ready Alert.
The next several hours, we'll see more clouds moving in and temperatures falling. And then as the moisture moves in, it will be changing from rain over to a probably rain, ice, snow mix. Temperatures right now are in the mid to upper 30s with South Haven at 34, the cool spot. And we have a little bit of a wind in a few locations, including Grand Rapids, making it feel like 30, feels like 33 in Kalamazoo, and it also feels like 30 in Muskegon. So starting to get chilly. Clouds are rolling in. This is a little bit of light moisture coming out of Lake Michigan, probably not making it to the ground just because it is so dry right below the cloud layer. But that is all part of this big area of moisture north of this system back in the plains that is going to be the one to bring us our wintry mix. This low pressure system itself is going to be passing down to the south, but notice this area of rain, it's to the north of the low. So even if the center of the low passes to our south, that moisture will be moving into West Michigan, and as it falls into that cold air, that's what's going to change it over from rain to a wintry mix. Temperatures will continue to fall the next several hours, most of us bottoming out at the upper 20s, especially north of 96, but some a little bit farther south like Kalamazoo, Benton Harbor, Three Rivers, Coldwater, we could be more like 33 degrees, which is why this is a wintry mix and not an all snow event. It'll take a little while for all of this to move in, but by the time we get to 4 or 5 a.m., a lot of this will be starting to spread in and changing over from light rain to a light wintry mix. That's this pink that you see just to the south of Kalamazoo through 5 a.m. And then the bluish color is, of course, a little bit of snow. And there will be a bit of snow on the leading edge of this, but not enough to cause any real accumulations for most of us. By the time we get to 8:30 or so, especially along and south of 96, most of us will be impacted by this wintry mix falling. And bridges and overpasses, those are going to be the worst spots, but some of those lesser traveled rural roads could be a bit problematic as well. We're not going to be seeing any kind of real accumulation with this. Even as we get towards around noon or 1 p.m., we're still just dealing with a rain-snow mix and then maybe a little bit of snow on the north side of Grand Rapids and farther to the north through 5 p.m. tomorrow. But a lot of this is going to be very minimal in terms of any accumulation. It's just going to be the road conditions, and for both commutes morning and afternoon, you may want to allot maybe a little extra time just heading out, knowing that people may be driving a little crazy and that we might have just a small glaze of ice on the roads that could lead to some concerns and slippery spots. Most of us are not going to get snow, but any of us that do, from Hart and Muskegon through Fremont and Greenville, we might have an inch of snow falling. That's not going to be sticking. We will see a lot of melting going on. So this is not going to be a very high impact winter event, but sometimes this minimal icing can be really, really slippery on those roads. So it's just very important to make sure that you're taking all of those precautions despite the fact we're not going to get a ton of accumulation. The rest of the week will be quiet and much warmer.